What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare 2 video. Today we're going to be looking at the top 5 guns of this year. Yeah, the year's only like 3 days, but we're going to talk about it anyways. We got a lot of stuff to go through, and I want to say that a lot of these guns on this list are the guns that I frequently use all the time. These aren't classes that I'm just playing with and trying to find the best class for this and that. These are actual classes that I jump in on search and destroy, hardpoint domination, whatever it is. These are my go-to classes. So I'm going to share these ones with you guys, and hopefully you guys like it. Yeah, so let's get into it. The first one is obviously going to be the AK-74U, the cast-off 74U. This gun is disgustingly good, and I don't think it is the best AR in the game. It's kind of weird for me to say that because this gun plays a lot more like an SMG rather than an AR, but I will say it's one of the better guns in general in the game. So if you guys like this gun, go ahead, copy this class. This one's meant for close range, it's not meant for long range, but you're going to be doing really damn nice with it. I wouldn't go use this gun at long range. That's what I'm trying to say. So the first attachment on this one is the barrel, and that's the BR209 barrel. This gives you movement speed and ADS speed. Now I tuned this to give me recoil steadiness and ADS all the way up to the max as well. So I put those all the way up, and that's what I like. Now you could put the aim walking speed up as well, but I find it pretty fast to begin with, so I didn't really need to mess with that. And the next attachment is the broadhead 3DP muzzle, and this one gives you sound suppression, recoil smoothness, and recoil control. Without this attachment, I found the gun to be very weird. It kicked up a lot and stuff, and it was really random, the recoil. So I put this on, and it was really nice. Now again, I put the ADS all the way up, and I put the bullet velocity all the way up for this one as well, and it did a pretty neat job. Now the magazine, I always say this, I wish it was 60 rounds. Unfortunately, there isn't, so I put 45 on this one and called it a day, and you can't tune it, so it is what it is. The next attachment is the True Tack grip for the rear grip, and this gives you sprint to fire speed and ADS speed, and of course, I put those all the way up in the tuning as well, so go ahead and do that too, guys. And the final attachment is not tunable, but that's the VLK stockless, and this one's great because you get ADS, you get sprint to fire, you get movement speed, and you get hip recoil control. And the main reason I focused a lot on sprint to fire and ADS for this gun right here is because it is an assault rifle. It is slower in general for ADSing, for sprint to fire and all that, so I made sure to actually go ahead and make it more like an SMG. So that's my AK-74U class. If you guys like it, go ahead and copy it. Now I do have stim, I do have a throwing knife, and then my perk packages, I switched up just a little bit. I got double time, tracker, cold-blooded, and bird's eye. That's what I have for most of these classes, I think all of them, and then dead silence, of course. Now I do run the knife as a secondary just so I can run around faster. That's my search and destroy secondary, just so I can get around the map a little quicker and stuff and not have to worry about being slow. I like to rush at the beginning of a round, and I want to be the first one to an area to pick off the enemies. Going down to another weapon on this list, we got the, well, I guess, yeah, we could say it. It's the Fennec 45. I don't want to say it right away. I wanted to see if you guys knew what gun I was talking about, but I mean, it's the Fennec. It's disgustingly OP. It is really damn nice. And yeah, you don't need to throw muzzle on this class. Luckily, you don't need to throw muzzle on this class because with the barrel, you actually get a muzzle pre-installed onto it. So you get the Fennec Covert Force barrel, and this gives you a muzzle as well. So you get sound suppression with this one. You get damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity. It's really good. Now the tuning, I put the ADS all the way up, and then for the recoil steadiness or the aim walking speed, I put it just slightly up to 0.15 on the recoil steadiness, and I found it to be really nice. The underbarrel is going to be the F-Tac Tiger Grip, and this one's really good because again, you get aiming, idle stability, hip fire accuracy, and recoil stabilization. The main reason I'm running this one is for that recoil stabilization. I feel like it's really nice on the gun. I kind of like it, and it's just really good. I never thought I would run that underbarrel, but because I have an extra slot for an attachment since I can't throw on a muzzle anyways, I threw this one on, and then I put the ADS all the way up and the aim walking speed to 0.12 in the tuning. Then for the magazine, we got the 45 mag. Guys, again, I wish it was more, but this one is an SMG, so it makes more sense than the cast-off 74U. That gun should have 60. It's an assault rifle, but this one here, 45, I mean, it's decent, you know? The next one is going to be the rear grip, and that's the Fennec rubber grip for sprint to fire speed and ADS. So that one's really great as well. And of course, I put the ADS and sprint to fire speed up all the way in the tuning. And then the final attachment is the stock, and that's the F-Tac X Command stock. This just gives you recoil control. That's it. And then into the actual tuning, what I like about this one is that you could put the ADS up, and then you could put aim walking speed up just a little bit. And considering this gun is already really fast, it's really nice to throw that up, and you guys can move around, dodge people, and do what you got to do. Another weapon on this list is my go-to what's this? The M4. I was gonna say the M4A1. I guess you could call it that, but this is my go-to M4. So normally what I had on this one was the stock, the Tempest P80 strike stock. I don't know why I was running that so much. I liked it. I mean, you get sprint speed, you get aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, ADS speed, but then I went back and put on the demo D50 buffer tube for ADS, sprint to fire, movement speed, and hip recoil control. And the reason I like this one is because of that sprint to fire speed. I felt like it was lacking with the other one, so the buffer tube is definitely what you want to throw on. The optic is going to be the Slimline Pro optic, and you're going to put the ADS all the way up. I put it to close. I just feel like close I play a lot better with that, except there is more visual recoil when you put it to close. So you guys could do that, but if you don't want to, you can put it to far, leave it wherever you like it. The next one is going to be the rear grip, and that is the X10 grip for sprint to fire speed and ADS, and then of course in the tuning, sprint to fire and ADS all the way up. 60 round mags, we finally get that. And then we have the final attachment, which is going to be the muzzle instead of a barrel, and this is the FJX Fulcrum Pro. And the reason I threw this one on is because you get vertical and horizontal recoil control, which is really nice to have on this weapon. I'm really starting to like those smaller muzzles in this game. They're starting to play really good, and that recoil control is just really, really awesome with them. Another weapon that I have on this list right here that I want to show you guys is the mini back. Now the mini back, I don't have 5 attachments. I only have 4 attachments on this one right here, and I feel like that's fine. I feel like I don't need to put a 5th one on, because if I put a 5th one on, I'm just sacrificing maybe recoil control, maybe ADS, and I don't want to put that. So this one here is only 4 attachments, but it plays out really nice. So the first one is the rear grip, and that's the True Tack grip, and this one's great because you get sprint to fire and ADS, and then of course in the tuning, you guys already know the drill. You're going to throw those both all the way up as well. The stock is going to be the Marquise R7 stock for crouch movement speed, which is kind of useless, I'll be honest with you guys, but then you get sprint speed and ADS speed, which is really nice. Now for an SMG, this gun has very slow ADS, but it's okay. We're gonna put that up all the way in the tuning as well, but it's still not the best. I'm gonna tell you guys that. Like, this does not have the world's fastest ADS or anything, but it's good. It's a good weapon to use for close range, mid range, and even long range. It does really nice. Now for the laser, I put the Stovall DR laser box, which gives you hip recoil control and hip fire accuracy. And the reason I did this is because you can't ADS too fast with this gun. So when you're up close going against enemies and stuff, you want to start hip firing really fast, and with the hip recoil control and the accuracy, this gun's going to be pretty nice. Now the final attachment for this one is going to be the X10 RR40, which gives you sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. Now I put the ADS all the way up and the aiming idle stability all the way up as well. If you're playing on larger maps, definitely put the bullet velocity up, but I feel like the aiming idle stability, putting that up seems like a really nice go. Now the final weapon on this list right here is going to be the Vel 46. A lot of people don't like using this gun because they feel like it's too slow, but in my opinion, it's a great gun if you're playing slow pace. If you're not rushing around and stuff, this gun is amazing, so that's what I like about it. So the first thing I threw on this one is the Schlager ULO66 laser for hip fire accuracy and hip recoil control. Like I said, same thing as the mini back. I want it to be fast. I want to be able to shoot enemies quickly up close. The next one is the muzzle, and that's the AVR T90 Comp, which gives you horizontal and vertical recoil control. And then in the tuning, I put ADS all the way up, but I also put gun kick control all the way up. Like I say, whenever you have an attachment that you're able to tune the gun kick control, you always want to focus on that because it's going to make the gun feel like a laser, and it does make this gun feel like a laser. Now this one, we do have the option to put a 60 round mag on, but it is a drum, so the ADS is very slow, the reload speed is very slow, the movement and sprint to fire, all that is slow. So instead I went with the 50 round mag, which does take all of those away as cons, but not as severely, so definitely throw that on as well. The second to last attachment is the Schlager Soldier grip, which is going to be the rear grip, and this gives you sprint to fire speed and ADS, and then again in the tuning, you guys know the drill, with the final attachment being the Vel A568 collapse for ADS, sprint to fire, movement speed, and hip recoil control. So that's going to be the classes on this list. These are my go-to classes. I will say the Vel 46 is the one I use the least on the list, but it is still a great one to use. So that's going to be it, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel with those notifications turned on, and let me know down in the comments below, what is your go-to gun in the game? Alright guys, thanks for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.